Hello everyone, welcome to my table, and we're playing 65. We're using the solitaire rules and chits and markers and things. I just remembered something. This unit is revealed. I just remembered that. They hit a unit, so they're now revealed. Rifle unit doing the shooting in there. Alright, now if you're not too familiar with the rules, I'm not going to do a lot of rules explanation. I'm just going to kind of play through, and of course, some rules explaining will happen. But for the most part, I've done one complete turn. I'm doing scenario 2. Scenario 2 is 8 turns long, and you're trying to accumulate 15 victory points. It says for scenario 2 that each NVA unit eliminated excuse me, gives me 2 victory points, and then each US unit eliminated is minus 2 victory points. So this is the situation with the board right now. We have one rifle unit here in the building. They did shoot across, and they hit a unit here in the jungle. So not a victory point or anything like that, but they did put some pain on my M60 team. Then I've got a squad here with Dixon, and it's got 2 rifles. And then I have two rifles here moving up. Then I've got black, an M60, and a rifle. I was hoping to move them into the jungle, which would give them a little bit of protection, and then maybe through firepower cards and whatnot, eliminate here. Or I might have to finagle, maybe put like a smoke and charge people in, something. We'll see. And then the AI, we've got so far only 2 units revealed. This one was a scenario designated reinforcement, so we put a rifle there, pulled something from the draw bag, and then it still has a unrevealed multi-man marker in there. Then the rifleman we talked about. Here's another not multi-man, but the mystery marker, sorry. Mystery marker here, mystery marker here, mystery marker here, mystery marker here. So only a couple units have been revealed so far. And that's the start of turn 2 is where I'm at. I had ended, since all my units had been activated, we didn't have any reserve movement, and for this scenario, the NVA units in this village that I'm attacking don't get any reserve movement. So I've already drawn my 4 cards, so I thought, let's turn this on and see how this goes. With this, I forgot to check to see. Usually this will tell you like initiative. Usually initiative goes to the Viet Cong or NVA. Let me just see if there's anything on that. Initiative. Let me double check on initiative, and I'll be right back. Yeah, I just double checking. So there's no special scenario rule about initiative. So I'm going just off the basic initiative in the game, which says you count the number of hexes containing a mystery marker, which I've got 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to draw from the deck. Now the deck, I've got off camera, so you can't see it. So I just draw the top card, and it says check the targeting number, and I guess that's upside down for you. the way I've got the camera set, things are kind of upside down, so I have to be mindful of that for you. But it says a miss is less than any number. Now, the only reason I hate doing that is because as I cycle through action cards, that brings me closer and closer to an end turn. I've only drawn 1 end turn so far. Not that I've drawn a whole lot of cards, but this scenario, you only need 2 end turns to end the turn. And I've already gone down 1 turn, and it's like a race to try and get up here to start taking targets. So yeah, end turn is kind of a pain. All right, so we know Americans get the initiative because we drew less than the 6. So I'm looking at my hand. So I've got a critical hit first fire card. First fire is good. And critical hit's good for vehicles. So if I wanted, I could probably just do a discard and swap that out. So I'm going to set that off to the side. Excuse me. Then there's a moving fire, which is good. And then I got a reinforcement. So it says play this and draw another card. So if I don't want to use Moving Fire, I could just swap this out. I got Punishing Fire, fire twice, target may retreat between attacks, which as mystery markers probably wouldn't. Canister, vehicle only. Okay, so Punishing Fire, possibly good. And then Bullet Storm, which is what I kept from the first turn. Add 1 to my HEF. And then Glancing Shot would be good for vehicles. So no vehicles here. So I got 1 card I'll probably just discard. And I got to think, well, what do I want to play? So the idea here, as you can see on the map, is I tried to move things kind of north and then put myself in position where I can stick them in jungle for protection. This unit here I moved out and probably should not have done that, because if I fill up the jungle here, I think my original thought was to swing him around north and kind of hit around the trees, but I think protection wise I should probably get them into the jungle. Out in the open is not very helpful for anybody, so we'll probably do that. And then and then these guys here have to do the same thing, except I've got a Shaken, so I don't have a rally, so not much movement there unless I split them. Oh yeah, so it's my turn. What am I going to do? Okay, well I already know I'm going to discard that one. I'm going to do Moving Fire. So it says here you may move half your movement factor and fire. If you move half, you round up. So what do I got here? Well, shoot, I won't be able to move and fire because I won't be able to move the M60 unit here into the jungle because it takes 2 movement points. And if I have half movement, the M60's only got 2 leg factors, 2 movement points. And then the rifle could make it. So black and the rifle could do that. So let me just pause this here for a moment and think about what best to do, because maybe I'll move this stack. No need to have you here while I spend time thinking about it. Alright, so I've decided to go ahead and activate this hex, and we're going to move these 2 up into the jungle hex. They're going to get a moved marker. Well, I get to fire first, so let's see. I've actually got two good targets here. I have a mystery marker, and I've got these guys here in the building. The thing is, since they're in cover, the building gives 2 cover, and their attack is 2. And I could do the Bullet Storm, which would add 1 to the firepower, and then of course I'd add 1 to the firepower because I've got 2 units. It seems like the better deal would be to lay fire into this group here, because I'm going to get probably much more successful, and when it's a mystery marker, combat is just a little more forgiving against a mystery marker. Alright, so I just making sure we've got exactly what I want to do. So I'm going to do the Moving Fire. So I move them up into the jungle. Then, because Moving Fire you hit on yellow and red, it's not quite as numerous as, say, the like hitting red-green like a normal hit. What I'm going to do then is also use Bullet Storm. That way, when I'm shooting, I get +1 HEF. So I'm going to go ahead and put those aside. So that gives me a total of 3 cards to draw. And again, you can't see off the camera. So I drew blank, blank, and a green hit. So, yay, none of that hit. Alright, well, then we put fired on those guys. That's lovely. Let me see here real quick. Yeah, I was hoping for something good. Okay, so they're done. Alright, then I'm going to discard my critical hit card that I don't want. Let me see, I think I can do that. Let me see real quick. Yeah, I just want to double check. I can discard up to 2 cards. I really only need to get rid of the 1. So I'm just going to get rid of 1. I could have played Punishing Fire too, but we won't. Won't worry about that now. Oh no, because that's an action itself. It's fire twice. So that's I'm keeping that one. So I get rid of the critical hit. Alright, so I'm down to 1 card in my hand. I draw for the NVA. So again, you can't see it, but you can figure out how to hold this for you. Green triangle, and I've actually got one green triangle specifically. The defensive posture for the NVA is defensive, and so it says because of that I draw a random event. So I draw another card to see what the random event is, and the random event I drew is none. No random event. Okay, well that was exciting, and so that would act as a pass. Nothing there to do. So the American player is going to draw some cards. I drew my second end turn card. Alright, so that's technically the end of a turn. I need like a die 8 or something to keep track of my turns. So this is turn 2. I just drew my second end turn early on. Alright, well, basically go through the end turn stuff before I take that off. I could do some reserve movement. Now this would be a great time to do that because I have a bunch of units that haven't done anything yet. And so with the reserve phase, only eligible units, if you begin more than 3 hexes away from the enemy, units off-road track movement class can spend 3 leg units, can spend 2 movement points. All types of units must stop immediately. Alright, so this guy, 1, 2, 3, he is not. If you begin within 3 hexes of an enemy, you only move 1 hex. Alright, that's terrible. So, I can't move here. Yeah, because I wanted to move him up into the jungle, but he's within 3 of an enemy. So, I only get 1 movement point. So, we're going to stay there. These are, well, 1, 2, 3. Actually, all my folks are within 1. Now, in a way, I could... I guess to move into the road, this is how I play roads, and to me it makes sense. The road says, like this X here has a dot in the road, but to me that makes sense to move along the road if you start within a road. So I'd have to pay the jungle cost just to get in here because I got to cut through the jungle. Is how I always play that because that's what makes sense to me. Then if I start moving along the road through the jungle, right, then I would pay like the 1 movement point. So none of these guys can move very well. I can move 1 movement point here. Now the idea again would be maybe to force troops to go this way, but that's going to put him in a great line of fire just right out into the open, and that would suck. Never get caught in the open. That's terrible. So and even though he's in the open here, he's not. He gets cover from the jungle that blocks line of sight. So believe it or not, he's actually, until the enemy moves, he's actually in a good spot right here. I've got no reserve movement, so we're done there. So we'll complete that turn. Oh, alright, so turn 2, that was quick. But that's because I drew the end turn card. I don't have to shuffle anything. I still have solitaire cards. I still have action deck. So we'll just draw up. That's what got me in the first place, is I was trying to draw my hand up, but we'll take fire off because the turn ended. So here we go. I can fill it up now. There's light wounds. Just waiting on another end turn. And I think my deck has 4 in it. 4 end turn cards. So once I go through all 4 end turn cards, then I would shuffle the entire deck. So I drew a fast move rally, light wounds, reload, and fire. That's actually really, really good. I need a rally because I actually happen to have a unit that could use a rally. So it says replace the shaken marker on one unit with an ops complete marker. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take that shaken, flip it to ops complete. So he's not wounded anymore and they're still in cover. There you go. Done. Then we flip over here to the AI deck, and I drew a red triangle. I have no red triangles. When you draw your card, you're trying to match color and shape until you get down to the last few remaining cards. So nothing there. And I don't keep drawing. From what I've seen, is it counts as a pass if you can't really do anything. So pass. Back to the Americans. Okay, we drew a fire and a move. Not a fire and move, but fire for the action and then move for an action. So I can fire or move, I should say. I'm really interested in doing this punishing fire. Fire a single eligible unit only. A single eligible unit only. So I've got, I could like take this one rifle team and shoot. Which is, I'm going to go for that only because I want to put some pressure on a unit right here. This unit is putting pressure on here as far as reserve movements if I ever get there again. So I'm going to do punishing fire. Alright, so that's 2 attacks. I have firepower of 2. It says single unit, not a hex, so I'm just going to shoot the one rifle, just as it says. But it gets to shoot twice. So the first shot is 2 cards because it's firepower 2. And I don't have anything to do more. And I get to hit on green hits. Oh, good. So yellow hit. Now I get the yellow hit. Now I get a green hit. Fantastic. The rules say the first time you score a hit, you're going to draw into your random draw bag here, randomly. And we're going to grab, it's a rifle. All right. Now the mystery marker flips to a revealed. That is a revealed marker. He's good to go. Oh, I guess this is revealed because he revealed. I got to flip to the revealed side. Awesome. So they're now good to go. Oh, and they get a shaken. First hit is a shaken. So there's some combat going on there. Now I fire again. Yeah, that was the first shot, which had a firepower 2. I get a nothing. It's blank. Then I draw another blank. Alright, so not very accurate today. And they score fired. So I put a fired on a rifle unit. I fired one rifle unit. And what I do is I just put all the units activated or with a marker. I just stick them on the bottom. That way I know whatever's on top still has stuff to do. Alright, American player done. Draw AI card. Draw another red triangle. Okay, so nothing there. Back to the Americans. I draw a card and drew an intern. So I know there's one more intern in the deck. So I draw one more here. Got a fast move. There we go. Now we got something. Fast move. It adds 1 to my movement factor. So in here we've got 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could be bold and move up here. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna move here with this group. I'm gonna activate Dixon, and what we're gonna do is move here and then move here. Let me double check. I don't have the printout that's got all the abilities. I want to double check real quick and see what his ability, which is the blue metal symbol, and see what that does for us. See if that helps with movement or anything. Alright, the metal that Dixon has affects range combat, so that won't help me here. So I'm going to move here, 1, 2 into the jungle. Now technically, since I just said I'm moving along the road, right, 1 movement point. What I could do, just for fun, let's be bold and we'll initiate an assault and see if we can take out that one shaken rifle unit. But I have moved 2 hexes. I'm going to check for opportunity fire. So I'm going to draw a card, random event. I pulled was bravery. So we aren't going to do opportunity fire. Yay. So this unit says I'm going to take it. Well, plus they're shaken. But maybe someone else could have done opportunity fire. But they chose not to. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. Alright, yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to move in. Alright, so that would be my 4th movement point because I took fast move. Even though Dixon has 4 movement, he could move 5. But the infantry with him get 4 movement points. So we just move on into the hex. We'll just share that. Now the advantage here is that this unit is shaken. Normally damage results are applied simultaneously, but a shaken unit's damage is applied second. And they still get to participate. They get to draw 2. But I have a grand total attacking of 5. 2 for each rifle unit, and 1 for Dixon. So since they're the attacker and they're not shaken, they'll go ahead and draw first. All right, so we drew, and also they hit on red and green. So I got 1 hit just now, which happened to be an in turn. Oh, there's the in turn. I don't feel like I'm gonna hit 15 victory points. So let's see what that is. All right, let me shuffle through the turn here real quick. Then we'll come back and resolve combat. So nice time to draw an in turn. All right, I got a text in there, so it threw me off a little bit. So I drew a hit, but it was also an in turn, which would be the second in turn in a row. So that ends the current turn. So I still scored a hit. So I'm gonna flip the rifle. I'm still resolving. That was just card number 1. But because that's all the in turn cards, I gotta take all my action deck and we're gonna shuffle it together. Let me grab those. I got them sleeved here. Alright. What I'm gonna do though first, because it's always a pain to get so many in turns next to each other, I'm gonna stick them in here kind of semi-randomly. Like yay, and then we do the old Magic the Gathering shuffles. This is the only reason I sleeve cards. It's a little bit easier than trying to riffle shuffle all the time. Save a little wear and tear on the cards. The deck isn't that big, so they shuffle together like this really nice. Although people will argue if that's really a random or not. For me, it's random enough. They've never seen me riffle shuffle either. I can do it. I don't know how random that is, because I always get a few cards, like a thick pile of cards, and through the middle there they seem to alternate really nice, and then at the end it just kind of all flops together. All right, there we go. So technically, I'm now on turn 3. Turns go fast, infuriatingly fast sometimes. Number 2 is a miss. Number 3 is another green hit. So technically at this point, I can stop drawing cards. This unit is eliminated. So I'm going to take their mystery marker off. It's done. I'm going to put their shaken token off to the side. I can use that again. And the rifle unit, we'll just put that off to the side as well to keep track of victory points. Excuse me. So I'm now ahead. And I'm going to take that. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? You know, I got so excited in resolving that. I could do. No, there's no reserve move, and I should actually. I got to discard down, right? I'm supposed to discard down and then draw some new cards. I forgot to put these in. Ah, the little things you forget when you're in a hurry because someone texts you and you lose your train of thought. So I'm just going to mix those in. Reshuffle. Okay, so since we had ended in the middle there, I had to get new cards to start. Well, I guess technically I was in the middle of a turn, so I probably didn't need to draw cards right there. But anyway, here we go. I got a hand of cards, and yay, all fire. But we've eliminated a unit. I stopped drawing combat results because I had eliminated the unit, even though I had 3 left. They get marked as ops complete. I was just going to do like a turn or two, but sometimes the turns go really quick. Okay, so American player, done. Then I draw a black circle, green triangle. Perfect. I have a black circle and a green triangle right here. Now, this is unrevealed. I thought I had in there 2 people. Where'd the... You know what? I swear... Oh, I guess not. It was just a rifle. Oh, I know the problem. It's not revealed. So I still have a hidden revealed mystery marker. And this guy here got put here as a result of a reinforcement. That's why there's a rifle, and that's why this isn't flipped to reveal. Got to remember that. And they can be mixed, so they're mixed. So that stack essentially will be activated. So if it's like a fire, he will fire using standard game rules, and the mystery marker will fire using the AI rules, for example. So what are they doing? Since it is that, it says fire. Hey, look at that, fire. Now I usually start with the unit closest to somebody. That would be him. And it does say the target would be largest. Well, look at that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So equal distance. This is the larger target because it's got the higher HEF factor. And they're out in the open. See, I knew something like that would happen. They would get out in the open. Yay, we assaulted a weak unit, and now we're in the open. And it says, oh, it's terrible. Because they drew fire, I looked down at the results, and it says no cover. I knew this would be bad. Oh, man, it says 4. Oh, jeez. I'm going to double check because I'm hoping it says to me that when you draw fire, they draw a new card. But I'm pretty sure you just simply look down on the cards you have. Yeah, when offenses, so you fire. Yeah. My goodness. Yeah, you just draw the card and do your thing. It's bad. Alright, well, I was hoping to maybe, I was hoping there would be a last second, read it and it says pull another card to see how many hits, but I looked down there, it says 4 hits. I got to draw 4 cards for that stack. First card is a hit. Alright, well, no worries, because see, look, I've got 3 in here. Now, it does say that you cannot target specifically, like Dixon, for example, until everybody else is dead. And I've got 2 units that are fresh, and so I could technically assign a shaken to either one, because it's the same thing. And then I apply where, like it says with assault, you apply a shaken result for everything first. And generally, it's if there's a tie, I would roll. So that's one hit. Second card, red hit, but that doesn't count. Another green hit, so I'm gonna shake another unit here. See, I guess that's not too bad. Shaken sucks. Number 3. Yep. Well, see, red hit, or green hit, red hit. Okay, there's that one. And then this was a red hit. 1. I just make sure I drew exactly 4, not too many. Yeah, that's 4. Alright, good. Good. That could have gone a lot worse than it did. However, that's still terrible. I'm just going to, just to keep my stacks down, since both are shaken, I'll just stick shaken on top of the 2. And then I'll put Dixon on top because he's not shaken. Keep it simple. And that was this unit. So he gets marked with a moved. Or fired. Moved. He fired. Oh, I got fired right here. Alright, great. What did I say? It was a black circle and a green triangle. Hey! And they're shooting at the largest target. Hey, look. Line of sight. Perfect. Why wouldn't I want them to get 4 more cards drawn against them? This time from that guy. Okay. And here's your ops complete because you had done an assault. Well, let's draw a card. Green hit. Of course you want a green hit. So that means one of these is also reduced. Okay, so I have 2 shaken, 1 reduced. I have light wounds. Ignore 1 hit, any color. I'm going to play it right now. And I'm going to keep that guy. I'm going to flip that back. He ignored that hit. But from here on out, 3 cards, I got to take what they give me. Which is a blank. But it's an intern. Only 1. And then another blank. Oh, yeah, it's a yellow hit. Okay, last card in the series, red hit. Woo! Okay, so I'm glad I played that card. That means they're still only shaken. Both of those NVA units have fired. Fantastic. They survived, which means I need to get them the heck out of Dodge. No cover is terrible. Draw a card for my missing card. I have Glancing Shot and Reinforcements. A good card again. Well, actually, Reinforcement's good because Glancing Shot doesn't do anything. So I can do this and draw another card. Doesn't count as an action. So let's get a better card in my hand, which is Bloodlust. Oh, good. I can rally a unit, but do not place an ops complete marker. So the thing is, though, this entire stack is already ops complete. So I could shaken it, but it already has ops complete. So I got 2 shaken there. I'm going to unshake. Well, he's already... Makes me want to keep that Bloodlust. I feel like I could use that. Although on here too, it's got to reload and fire. So I could like fire this unit and have its buddy join in the combat to add a 1 HEF and shoot into this building to try and do something. Bloodlust or reload and fire. I'm gonna do a Bloodlust. I mean a reload and fire. Single unit marked fire may fire again at original target. Oh, original target. The original target is gone. Never mind. Can't do that either. All right, never mind. So what we'll do is a fast move. Why am I doing a fast move? Because I need to get the heck out of here and down towards cover. So I'm going to add 1 to the unit's movement factor. Since they get half movement for being shaken as infantry, so half round up, that's 2 points. Add 1 for fast move, which gives them, again, 3 movement points. So we're going to come down here. 1, 2. I'm going to look real quick. That would actually give them cover because that Hex of Jungle is blocking. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to move them down here and keep them safe. Oh wait, I can't because they're ops complete. Gosh darn it. Can't do that either. Oh, they are stuck in the open. Okay. God. Well, we'll save the fast move. We'll just do a regular move. We'll just do a regular move. I'm going to move these guys into cover. 1, 2 for the machine gun unit. Well, even if yeah, they're fine. Don't need to waste a fast move on that. 2 movement points to get them in here. It's only 1 hex of movement. Doesn't trigger opportunity fire check. Done. Okay. Draw the AI. He draws a black circle. No black circles. Whoops. Didn't mean to bump that. So we'll come back to the Americans here. They draw a fast move and an aimed shot. Add 2 to the targeting number. Draw. Must support fire, not reload. Ooh. Add 2. Well, targeting number. That's for vehicles. So it doesn't add to like an HEF or anything like that. It does have a fast move. I might need the fast move. But... see, that reload and fire, though, well, shoot. I don't got much I can do. This rifle unit can't hurt them unless I use their power. Their power would let them use... well, see, I'm getting to the point where I could, like, maybe fire... can't really fire smoke here. Maybe use a power. Fire a smoke. They've already moved, so I was just thinking, well, if I use a smoke... then I could advance through the smoke block line of sight, or at least get some cover. Hopefully not trigger movement, opportunity fire. Yeah. All right. Well, they're in a spot where we can move next time. I'm just going to fire, add 1 to my HEF. Let me just double check what the 40mm adds. I'm going to use a fire card, and I think it's only 1, but let me double check. Yeah, that's what I thought. So my 40mm grenade power only adds 1 to the high explosive firepower. And it has to be within 3, which I am, 1, 2, 3. But he's in cover, this heavy cover, and it should give a building. Yeah, it's red, so that's 2. But the grenade gives me +1. I get to draw 1 card. So hopefully, luck be with us. I draw a green hit. Yay. So that will put him as shaken. Oh, that's fantastic. Now I gotta be careful because I have to remember that if I draw a black circle, then that will rally the unit. If I draw a black circle, which would be this guy, he's shaken, that will rally him. That's like a perk there. So I gotta remember that. Then he gets marked with fire. So they're both now marked with fire. Done. Okay, enemy AI draws red circle, black triangle. So I've got 2 black triangles here, and it says defensive is going to fire. Oh, look! Thank goodness I got another black triangle that can hit this unit out in the open. Oh, that was so dumb. I should not have done that. Luckily, it says no cover is only 1 card flip. Great. So I'm going to flip it, but it's a green hit. Oh, it's an in turn. Oh, it's an in turn. Okay, so first resolve the green hit. One of these is going to have to get reduced. I've got nothing to reduce it, so now I have to have a reduced unit. Okay, they're reduced. And I could do reserve movement at this point. The Americans get reserve movement. Let's see here. Well, he's ops complete. I can move just a rifle unit, but I want to keep these together so they can absorb, the rifle unit can absorb hits and damage. So I think I'm good for reserve movement. Then I can clear the markers. I think I'm on turn 4. This is turn 4. I'm halfway through, and I've only got 2 victory points. Hitting 15 victory points for this doesn't seem terribly likely. So assaulting would be the way to go, but getting there is tough. Alright. Oh, and your ops complete goes. You went from shaken to ops complete. Congratulations. I get to keep 1 card. I'm going to keep Bloodlust and the reload fire one. And I'm going to get rid of this. Oh, I have to only keep 1. Yeah, I'm actually just going to keep the fire card. So those go away. Alright. And that was his combat. Now would be the time to draw cards for my turn. He fired. Oh, it was two black triangles, right? So he fired. But see, this guy can't shoot at anybody. Jungle's in the way. So, well, actually, look at that. Right along the hex line. It says if you were in cover... Oh, are you kidding me? Why? Okay, so it says... Oh, and because this mystery marker fired and got a hit, guess what, guys and gals? I got to draw and reveal. It's another rifle unit. There were 6 rifle units, 2 sappers, 2 RPD units. So most of these are going to be rifle. So he's revealed. And they hit earlier. You know, I should have gone earlier when they shot. This guy shot. I need to reveal him too. I kind of forgot because I keep forgetting that this rifle unit. Yeah, I kind of oops that one a little bit. There's one of the RPDs. Oh, sweet. And check it out. The rules say if you draw an RPD, you also get to draw a rifle if a rifle's in there. Oh, yeah. Then it says the rules. Stacking. You can have three ground units. But let me double check on stacking because it's possible I might not be able to put a rifle RPD and another rifle. Let me double check stacking. I know I said I would pause you for the moment. No more than 3 ground units may stack in a hex. No more than 1 hero may stack. No more than 2 non-hero leg units may stack. Alright, so these are all non-hero. Now the rules say though that when you reveal, and if you have to overstack a hex, that means one of the items gets to go into an adjacent hex. So look at that. RPD comes out, he brings a rifle unit according to the rules. It's overstacked, so I'm just going to say the rifle was hiding here. Wow, that's exactly what I need for the American troops to keep them motivated. Fantastic. He doesn't shoot. That's the end of them. Now it's my turn. Yeah. See, it's the little things you kind of forget as you play, and then you remember it. It's like, oh yeah, that's fantastic. That's exactly what I wanted. Alright, so I have fire, but hey, it's a new turn. I know I got some shaken units, but I can actually give them a move now. I can actually give them a fast move and try to bring them out of line of sight. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Fast move adds 1 movement point. A shaken unit here, 1 plus 1 is 2. So look here, 1 doesn't trigger opportunity fire. 2, it possibly triggers opportunity fire. Do they have a line of sight? They technically do not because it crosses through the jungle. So this unit is now safe and out of line of sight. Later, if I get rally, we can check because I think there's, if they're out of sight and you rally, you can actually reconstitute. But right now they're both shaken, so I can't even do that. I have to get them unshaken. All right, there you go. That American unit is done. They get a move. And we're on turn 4, I think, right? Yeah, I think we're on turn 4. Okay, another AI card. Perfect. It's a green triangle and a green circle. No green triangles. Oh, you know what? He gets his own marker. Let's randomly pick one for him. See, now that he's out there on his own, you never know. Maybe we can activate him. That'd be swell if he could get his own separate activation going. Because that's exactly what we need. So I'm going to draw all of these markers, and I'm going to assign him one from all of these markers randomly. I know that doesn't shake much in my hand, but we'll just grab. He is a red triangle, so he's not activated this time. Whew, things are looking grim. For the Americans, I should say. I'm just going to put these back in the box. Alright, so this is green triangle, green circle. I got 1 green circle. And it says, since they're in defensive stats, they get to fire. Who are we firing at? Nope. And we just checked, out of line of sight. So that counts as a pass. And they're not shaken, so they're fine just sitting out in the open like that. Great, great for them. Back to the Americans. I have a panic. I got a retreat. I have fire. Fire, 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 fire. Oh, perfect. See, now we got fresh units. Let's fire. We're going to do that. Which one I'm going to fire first? Black has a cool ability to like activate someone next to him. But I wouldn't be able to also activate the 40 millimeter. Let me double check on Black real quick and we'll see what he can do. Black, his leadership ability is actually pretty powerful. That's why I wanted to double check it. It says you can play another action on, play 2 additional actions on hexes or units within 2 hexes of this unit. Alright, so for example here, panic, I'm going to set that aside because I don't need that right now. But I could do like a fire and use the power for him to then play another actions on other hexes. So he'd be great if he had a lot of people. I only got this stack here. So I'm going to play fire on this stack. And then it says black can participate in the firing with either stack. Well, this stack is going to fire. Now black doesn't get to add anything because, well, Shoot, none of them really do, because this guy being in heavy cover, they all have firepower of 1 or 2. Oh man, let me think. I just paused it because I didn't want you to sit on hold while I thought about what I wanted to do. That's what we're going to do. I checked my range here is 2, which means I get to add +1 to the firepower for rifles. That gives them all, especially the M60 here, which is good. But anyway, it gives them a 3 HEF for the M60 and a 3 HEF for the rifle. That would give black a HEF of 2. So it says when you have a multiple attackers, you get to add the unmodified HEF. All modifiers and power cards effects apply to this unit. All the other units add their unmodified HEF to this unit. The only qualification is that additional units must have an adjusted HEF of at least 1 at the range. So as long as they have an adjusted HEF of 1, which this rifle at range 2 would, because you subtract 2 for the building, he gets to add his unadjusted, and so it's 2. The 1 for range for the second rifle unit, that would be an adjustment, right, because it's range. So he's going to add 2 to this guy's 1 to the rifle, to the M60. So it's going to be 1 hit for the M60 at 3, and then add 2 for the unmodified for the rifle unit. I probably didn't explain that well, but in my mind, it all makes sense. So black uses the power to activate this group to fire. I got 2 units that can hit, so 1 is the lead target, and he has 1 firepower due to the -2 of the building. The other unit, it had 3, so it has higher than the defense required to hit, so he has his unmodified, which is 2, so I draw 3 cards. 1 card is a green hit. That means he's already revealed, he's already shaken, so he now goes to reduced, and then we hit it again with another green. It's an end turn, but it's only the first of a series of 2 end turns. That is enough to eliminate the unit. Alright, wow. If that explanations didn't make sense, I apologize, but it all made sense in my head. So that revealed unit is eliminated. I take his marker off the board. I now have 4 victory points towards my 15. This unit was originally going to shoot in here. However, that unit is gone. So black is not able to, he could give an issue, but since that unit is dead, I don't need to issue in order because I've got no targets. Unless I issue them the fast move, which would give them 4 movement points. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to move them into this building and make them very unhappy. So fast move based on black's ability. 1, 2. I'm moving up here to try and keep them out of line of sight for potential opportunity fire, which this unit has potential for opportunity fire. I flip an AI card, and it says, nope, no opportunity fire. So they move in safely. They get marked with a move. They're done. That seemed like a very complicated set of things I did, but I think it worked out good. And if I did it right, which I think I did, we're pretty good. All right, now it's the AI turn, and they're unhappy with people adjacent to them. Black circle goes. Black circle. No black circle. I got 3 units, so I don't have to go by just a color or shape or symbol. So Americans go again. I draw 2 action cards. I draw a move and fire. I also draw a second wind. Remove a moved or fire marker from 1 unit. Great. And a fire move. You know, these units here haven't done anything. Now would be a good time to start moving them up. That way we can force and maybe fight from the building. So I'm going to give them... Oh, you know what? I forgot to play Pat, but he's dead. Alright, I'm going to play a move. Regular move. Regular move. Regular move. And these units here, 2, 1, 2. Nobody can opportunity fire them because no line of sight. Oh yeah, now we're moving. American units, done. Enemy AI section. Green circles activate. He's revealed. Okay, so both of these green circles, it says they're going to fire. There's nothing to fire at. Nothing. Nothing. So they would pass. Yeah, this is the part that's kind of a bummer. Defensive fire. They didn't draw anything. Alright, so this stack is out. I'm going to shuffle it. Basically, at this point, I am cycling through until I can find some move orders or a random event or something like that for the enemy AI, because there's nothing for them to shoot at. Now, their cards, if they run out, that doesn't trigger in turn because it's just their AI deck. It doesn't trigger in turn. Just my action deck will. Alright. Here we go. Okay, they got a red triangle. It says fire. Black circle. No. Black circle, green triangle. No. Red circle, black triangle right there. Fire. Okay, now actually this might be different. Yep, they can shoot because direct line of sight to that unit in the building. That works. Fire for heavy cover. 2 hits. 2 cards I have to draw for them being in heavy cover. Thank you, random combat. First one is a green. Okay, so one of these units. They're both rifle, so I'm just going to stick shaken on one. It doesn't matter because they're both rifle. Then the second one is a red hit, so it doesn't count. This unit gets marked with a fired because it's done. Okay, flip AI. I flip it. Now, technically, it could come to the American's turn, and I would draw 2 cards. I think I've been skipping the American player in between here. So I'm going to draw up to my 4 cards. So I could do some discarding actions and stuff. But I'm not, because the quicker I cycle through my deck, the quicker. Now, I think there's also a few pass. So that's another thing, too, that makes this tough, is the fact that when you pass, like I'm looking here, as far as the turn goes, because if both players pass, let me just check that, right? Player passes when they do not draw or discard or take any actions during their turn. That's a pass. Alright, so let's see. Ending the turn real quick, because technically I probably should have ended the turn here. It's just that I go through so many turns, you know what I mean, already, that there's no way I'm going to hit turn 8 and be at 15, at least on this particular match. Alright, so let's follow the flow here. Sequence of play. Impulse. Let me double check. I don't want to waste battery here, so let me just double check. Okay, I found it right here. It's page 4. So when the scenario prescribed number of in-turn cards is drawn, which in this case is 2, that's an in-turn. Or when both players pass consecutively. So technically, I would not be continually flipping through the cards of the AI deck. I could like flip an AI card, don't do anything, that's a pass. And it comes back to me. And then I get to decide, well, do I want to discard? Because all my guys are done, and I'm just waiting on the Viet Cong to do something. But since he passed, and every time I decide to discard so I can keep maybe finding a refresh or something, in my mind I'm thinking, that just draws me closer to an end turn. So technically, we should have ended a turn. I was just hoping to flip through those AI cards because well, at least this particular game I set up, I don't think I'm going to hit comfortably 15 victory points the way this is. Because technically I should be on turn 5 now. But maybe I'll play it out. I just won't play it here on the camera for you guys. This was just a, hey, why don't I show you what I'm doing here? And hopefully you kind of saw how this works. I'll play more, I'm sure, another time, or start a stereo from scratch so you can see it go all the way through. For now, though, technically I'm cheating by cycling the AI deck until I find like a move or something they can do. Technically, we should have ended the turn. I just hate ending a turn like that. But that's the rules, and it makes sense because at the same time, why should I waste my turns cycling through when the AI can't do anything? All right, hey, cool. Well, thanks for hopping in on this impromptu game recording. I think I will clean up. I think I will start over and let you guys watch from the start and see how far we get in the game. All right, cool. Thanks for checking in, though. I'll talk to you later. Bye.